It has to be him. It has to be this place. If we just made these walls more fitting for a princess, if we just say the right things, if we just showed her the contents of our heart, she'd be happy here.
Do you mean that literally? It sounds like you mean it literally. And by that you mean take the knife and stab myself.
As the voice thinks its thought, your hands raise, fingers pointing towards your chest, and then... What? No, you absolutely do not do that.
Not even the knife.
Oh, but I do. What? What is he doing? We can't see unless you tell us. Are you sure you want to know? I suppose I can't stall forever.
Oh, goddamn.
Nails into your chest, digging deep.
Hello there everybody, it's Art here and this is Slay the Princess, yet again. It's been a while, a couple of months actually. The reason why I'm coming back to this game, well, there's two reasons. One is I never got all of the paths, and I'm not really planning to, but I kind of left too much of this game unchecked, unplayed. I didn't experience it enough, I think. And the second reason is that, well, there was an update, the Pristine Cut. What it adds is basically a bunch of routes, a bunch of paths. It expands some paths, and also it adds a new ending. So we're gonna do one more run. We'll check out the new paths, and we're gonna get the new ending. And after that, maybe I'll stop playing this game for good. We'll see. Let's go. We're starting off with the first, the first chapter, which is the princess, the hero and the princess, I think.
You take the blade.
Okay, we're doing this.
The door to the basement creaks open.
I will just continue down the stairs.
You're still listening to reason. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
That giant knife you're holding kind of gives it away, doesn't it?
I will drop the knife here.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
Thank you. Maybe now we can just talk.
Can I skip that? Yeah. Oh boy. Maybe I should listen.
And yet you hesitated the moment you... So, someone put you up to this, right?
Oh, I haven't checked.
And whoever it is, it's probably the same someone who shoved me into this dark pit and chained me to a wall.
I didn't hear this line before.
That's a fair question. Who chained her in this basement, and if she's so dangerous, how did they manage to trap her? And why have we been left to do their dirty work? Don't give away the game, and don't let her distract you. That's exactly what she wants.
I'm right, aren't I? So who put you up to this?
You can't. Don't just tell her that. Princess hesitates. She doesn't know. She's been down here too long to have any idea of what she'd do in another life. She knows what she'd do. She's just searching for whatever answer she thinks you want to hear.
I'm gonna need to use Google for this, because like I want to check the new paths, and there's like a tooltip. There's like a tool that allows you to check what princesses you've gotten. It came out in the update, but the thing is that it doesn't work retroactively, so it's not gonna work for me. All the princesses, all the endings are blacked out, meaning that this game is acting like I didn't get them. So yeah, I'm gonna need to Google for that.
I don't think I can answer that question in a way you'd find meaningful. At the end of the day, whatever the two of us have going on down here is about trust. Whoever sent you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the world, but they didn't tell you why. That doesn't sound right to me. And I don't think it sounds right to you either. Otherwise we'd be killing each other instead of talking.
She has a point. There's a reason I've been telling you to question the situation, and there's a reason you've listened.
So, I could tell you that I'd lead a quiet life in the woods, or that I'd open an orphanage, or that I'd do any other number of good things that I'm sure you think you want to hear. But you don't really know me, do you? What can my word possibly be worth in a situation like this?
She's right about one thing. Her word isn't worth anything.
Like I said, it's all about trust. Blind trust. So do you trust me, the prisoner, the victim, the princess clearly incapable of ending the world? Or do you trust whoever put me here?
She's wrong. This isn't about trust. This is about risk. We stand to lose everything, all for the sake of one person, and a subjugating monarch no less. She hesitates before answering.
You can address me as Your Royal Highness, or Her Majesty. Any honorific should do, really.
Interesting. Because I feel like I asked her that before in other playthroughs, and I didn't hear this answer before. It was a different one. Maybe, I don't know. I don't think I did anything that would be different.
Again, she offers no specifics. No matter how hard you try, you'll never get a straight answer out of her.
Too long. Oh, have you decided?
Oh gosh, let me check. Oh, I have my Google closed. Oh boy, where is it? Okay, I know what to do. I will examine the chains, and I'll try to rescue her.
Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away.
That would be fine. I can lose an arm.
What?
She speaks with almost complete nonchalance. If we were stuck down here for long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out. Anything to finally be free. You attempt to make your way out of the basement.
Gonna yell.
Shouts and plead. You try the door, but it's locked from the outside.
Okay. I'll return.
You make your way back to the bottom of the...
I will save you.
Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the princess's arm, just above the No, we won't have any of that.
I'll warn you.
Stop that.
Resist.
The blade.
Oh, I didn't read. What was that? Shit. I don't know. I didn't see. I didn't see what chapter it was. Oh no. Proceed to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
I hope he's a prisoner.
Yes,
that's what I'm aiming
don't
for.
believe a word she says. Just go in, take the knife, and do what you're supposed to. Wink. Did you just say wink out loud? No, I didn't. Wink. Just ignore this clown and focus on the princess.
Proceed.
The interior of the cabin is less a cozy woodland retreat and more like a dungeon.
Yeah.
A few pathetic wisps of starlight attempt to illuminate the cold, uninviting
I'm on the right
walls,
path.
and thick, wrought iron bars barricade the windows, reminding anyone who enters that this is a prison.
Last time I didn't get this path. And on top of that, there's a chapter 3 to this path that was added in the Pristine Cat.
The only furniture of note is an iron table, bolted to the floor, a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Oh boy, what do I do now? I'll take the blade,
Take
sure.
the blade from the table. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. Good idea. Much better to be armed than to go in with blind hope alone.
Let's go.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an old stone staircase. A few sputtering torches attempt to vaguely illuminate your path, dancing across glimmering patches of slimy moss on the stone steps. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her voice, harsh but controlled, carries up the stairs.
Is that a visitor I hear? Please, come downstairs. It's been a while since I've had company.
I wonder what visitors she could be referring to. Were we not the first?
Yes, we are.
You walk down the stairs.
I mean, we're
and
not,
lock eyes with the
but we've been
princess.
here before.
She looks up at you, the heavy collar around her neck clanking loudly as she moves, the chains binding both her wrists to the far wall, joining the metallic chorus as she adjusts her hands in her lap. Should we be worried about the one around her neck? Why would you be worried about her restraints? If anything, they'll make your job easier. Have you noticed the empty chain on the wall? Odd that in a place where everything seems to serve a distinct purpose, there would be something so obviously useless.
What an interesting development. Why don't you have a seat? The two of us should chat before you bury that thing in my heart.
Maybe it's for me. I'm trying to do much of anything. Do you see how locked up she is? I'm just going to leave her here. Oh. I will sit with her.
You step towards the princess, but she stops you before you get too close, holding up one shackled hand.
There's fine. I'd prefer we keep some distance until we've sorted this out.
That's reasonable. We do have a weapon. Might as well put her at ease.
Sure.
You do as she asks.
I'll listen to
sit
you.
on the floor, still a good distance away from her.
Thank you. Now, what are your intentions for me?
What are my intentions? What do you mean?
Yes, your intentions. You have a knife. What are you going to do with it? Why are you here? There isn't a keyhole in these shackles, so I'm afraid my only way out is surgical removal.
Is she forgetting about the shackle on her neck? Or does she think she'd survive a beheading?
Maybe.
You're right. Maybe she's delusional. All the more reason not to trust her. Unless she really could survive.
Though I suppose you could just be here to kill me. But I don't think that's in either of our best interests.
I've been here before. Am I the only one who remembers that?
Oh? Are we acknowledging that? I thought we weren't going to give away the game. But yeah, I remember.
So you've already been here. As much as I would like to remain in denial, it's no use. This has complicated things. It's complicated things how, exactly? Ideally, this was supposed to be one and done. You go to the cabin, you heroically slay the princess, and in the process you save the entire world from being damned to oblivion. The situation right now, where you're getting a second shot at things, is a contingency. A contingency for what? For you failing, obviously. And you being here means that things are going to be a lot harder than they were. I really shouldn't say anything else. I'm just going to make it worse. Just good luck. If you knew this could happen, why didn't you tell us? All of this is incredibly valuable information. It would have changed our actions considerably. I needed you to be in the dark for as long as I could keep you there. It's important. Necessary, even. And maybe I wanted to be the first version of me that you met. I didn't want to be confronted by the alternative. That's pathetic. I never said I wasn't. I get it. It would be pretty upsetting, wouldn't it? To know that you might not be the first version of yourself. At least we can remember what happened before. Seems like we should count ourselves lucky for that. Exactly, he gets it. You're lucky, so don't waste that luck by messing it up again. Alright? Moving on. Why is it important for us to be ignorant? How is it ever helpful to be in the dark? The more I say, the more your mind will swim into dangerous waters. Even saying that is too much. Your success hinges on you having imperfect information. For the sake of the entire world, you need to accept that. I won't. Just give it a rest. This isn't helping.
I like him.
Focus. This is a serious situation. You shouldn't be daydreaming.
What happened after I died last time?
Nothing happened. You died. I went upstairs. I couldn't leave. I found myself in a new place in chains again. More of them. And now you're back.
Is that really all she knows? It's not like we have much of a clue about how things work. And she's probably even more in the dark than we are.
You're looking at me like I might be hiding something. I'm not.
I feel like you are.
I guess it's possible she really doesn't know anything. Maybe both of us are stuck in this loop without any idea why or how.
How am I supposed to cut you out if you didn't notice your head is in a shackle too?
No. Like I trust you to come any closer with that knife. All you're going to do is hand it to me and watch me work.
But she would have to cut her head off, right? She can't be suggesting that. She certainly seems confident. Maybe she knows something we don't. Or maybe you should consider the most likely scenario. Though if she isn't bluffing,
Oh, sorry. I
whatever
skipped.
she has planned might be for her benefit alone. There's no guarantee that what's good for her is good for us. So, what should we do? I don't know. I'm just spelling out our options, listing the pros and cons. Then let me help you. I'll start with the cons. If you're handing her your weapon, the cons are that she might use it to escape and end the entire world. And she might use it to kill you. That doesn't sound great. What about the pros? There are none. The pros are that we can't trust him. Possibly even more than we can't trust her. Whatever she has planned could do something to mess with what he has planned. Or maybe they're both screwing us over in their own ways.
They kinda are. That other chain on the wall, who is it for?
I don't know, but you could always try it on.
Sounds...
Maybe it'll fit.
I knew it for me.
I hope I don't actually have to say this, but please don't lock yourself in chains. We need you ambulatory if you're going to save the world.
It's a lot of things to ask. You realize that I have as much reason to distrust you as you have to distrust me, right?
I do. So I guess this all comes down to which of us caves first. And it's not going to be me. I'm extremely patient.
It's probably better if we take action anyway. No use trying to wait her out. That's playing to her strengths.
I will inspect the
I
shackle.
wouldn't do that if I were you. And why is that? Do I even need to explain myself? It's a shackle and it's one without a key. Do you want to be stuck here like she is? And what? Is it going to lock the second we put our wrist into it? I don't know. Maybe it will. He doesn't want us to look at it. That's all the reason we need to investigate. But what if he's telling the truth? He isn't. I am.
Sure, I'm curious.
Against your better judgment, you approach the chain dangling from the far wall. The princess watches you with faux disinterest as you inspect it, though she can't fully hide her curiosity. I don't want to say what I'm supposed to say next. What is that supposed to mean? It sounds bad. Is it bad? Yes, it's bad.
Come out and say it then. You're just wasting time.
Fine. As you hoist the shackle, its heft shifts within your grasp, as if pulled by some odd magnetism. Before you can so much as blink, it practically leaps from your hands, snapping around your neck.
Well, shit. I didn't expect that to happen.
And, as if your situation weren't bad enough, the same magnetism repels your blade, which is flung from your hand and sent skittering across the floor of the basement.
Excuse me?
Yes? Are we stuck here now?
Yes, we are. If it wasn't...
Yes.
Oh well, if it's not the consequences of my actions.
Huh, so it does fit. And I guess it doesn't like your knife. We're stuck here together, aren't we? That's funny.
What are we supposed to do now?
Can't even cut ourselves out. Guess we'll starve.
That's horrible.
It's not all bad. We learned a valuable piece of information.
Not to touch things we're specifically told not to touch.
No, that there's something special about this loose chain. It's clearly important.
So we're both stuck here.
Yep.
What should we do?
Wait, I guess. Maybe something else will happen. Maybe not.
Not one for small talk, are you?
Nope.
That's rude.
Did you know this was going to happen to me? Oh, she's not saying anything. Okay. Wait in
You
silence.
and the princess wait in silence, though neither of you knows what you're waiting for. But you're waiting for something. You're waiting for anything. This is so boring.
There must be something we can do to get out of here. There must be something we're missing.
But there isn't. Time passes. It passes and passes and passes. And the basement of the cabin remains much the same. It is cold and silent. At least the world is safe. It isn't. You're stuck. Too far away from both the princess and your blade to do much of anything. But she's not ending anything. She's just sitting there. Her very existence is a threat. It harms everything around it.
How exactly does that work?
It just does. But your line of questioning is interrupted by the passage of even more time. And after that, even more time passes again.
Are we just gonna die of old age?
Let me guess. The cabin remains the same.
If time is passing, the cabin can't be the same. Even if the differences are small, they have to exist. That's just how things work.
Gonna talk to me? Oh, shit. Didn't expect him to talk. I suppose you're correct. Things are changing. Differences are small at first. A bit of weathering here, a bit of erosion there. But then they get larger and larger. Hey, have you noticed the basement changing?
I don't like small talk. Remember?
Yeah, I do.
Still rude.
But we're stuck here together. You can give me some sugar. I don't know. I don't know what I'm expecting from you. But it's just us two trapped forever, so...
You continue to wait in silence, and the cabin continues to change. The decay comes faster now. You can see earth through holes in the stonework, can watch lichen spread along the seams of the walls.
That doesn't make sense. Has our entire concept of time changed? What happened to starving? We should have died by now if the rocks around us are starting to erode.
She hasn't starved.
I guess she hasn't.
Even more silent time passes as you watch roots push themselves through the increasingly porous walls of the basement. Dirt seeps inside, flowing across the stone floor like a liquid, covering the ground and threatening to swallow you both. Time continues to pass, and pass, and pass, until suddenly there are no walls. And
I think he's gone.
Who?
Would you look at that? We made it out of the cabin, and nothing bad had to happen to either of us. So this is the outside world. It's cold.
Well, that was fast. But you don't get the chance to respawn. Something has taken her away.
She's
And it's
gone.
something left something else.
Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror?
Oh,
Why is
the narrator is
it
gone.
is?
Oh,
Does that
So-
mean the world ended?
I will approach the mirror.
Don't do this.
Gaze. You are at the cabin. Okay.
Something finds me in.
What are you?
I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you?
Okay, we heard this before. Solitary lights, what do you mean?
Thoughts without connections.
We heard this. I'm a person.
A person. A set of eyes witnessing from one perspective. I think that you are more like me than you are like a person.
I'm a
We are
princess?
oceans, reduced to shallow creeks.
What happened?
Nothing.
I don't know if I can learn something new from her.
Ever. I. More. Then we.
Oh. Okay, I make me forget.
She asks that I tell you to remember her. You won't.
Oh, everything goes dark and you die. Alright, I'm in the Damsel path. I have to start from here. I tried getting the prisoner again and getting that new route, but I couldn't. The option for me to warn her was grayed out, so I wasn't able to. We have to rescue her.
What? Don't you see? No, she's a prisoner. If her hand could just slip out of the chains, why hasn't she done it already? Because we've yet to present her with her freedom. I'm not sure I follow. Would you rather believe me, a passionate heart guided by love and my own good nature? Or would you rather believe the devil on your shoulder who tells you what you can and cannot do? I think I'd rather believe in facts. Ah, so you're one of those empiricists. One of us has to be. Then let me show you a brand new truth. Narrator, we courageously step
That's cute.
forward and free our beloved from her bindings. No, I can't let you do that. If you take another step...
We leave, then we have to... What do we do now? We leave, and then we have our whole lives figure out what to do. What we want to do
That
next.
sounds perfect.
Let's open it.
Okay.
You're not doing
You're
that.
enjoying this, aren't
I'm gonna say this. All we need to be happy is each other. What if we just stayed here and built a life together?
What a romantic suggestion. You're right. We don't need the world. All we need is each other.
I think this option should put me in the right path.
That's exactly what I just suggested. Was it not romantic when I suggested it? Did you suggest that? I wasn't listening. You answered me.
But the door's right there. We can just leave.
Wait. Why would she say that? Was she not wooed by our proclamation of love? We not enough for her? She's not wooed by you because staying here and building a life together isn't a solution. It isn't anything. It's a non-answer. It can't be done.
Yes, it can be. I'll say, trust me, it'll be better for both of us if we stay. We can be just happy here. We just have to own it.
But we would have to be here forever. I don't know you.
You were just... Wait a minute. You were just so happy to be with me. I thought you loved me.
This is really what you want, though, isn't it?
Her eyes dart uncomfortably to the corners of the room.
I guess we could do that.
She doesn't seem happy about this. But she can't be unhappy about staying with us. Can she? I don't know. She has a point. She doesn't know us. No. It has to be him. It has to be this place. If we just made these walls more fitting for a princess, if we just say the right things, if we just showed her the contents of our heart, she'd be happy here.
Do you mean that literally? It sounds like you mean it literally. And by that you mean take the knife and stab myself.
As the voice thinks its thought, your hands raise, fingers pointing towards your chest, and then... What? No, you absolutely do not do that.
Not even the knife.
Oh, but I do. What? What is he doing? We can't see unless you tell us. Are you sure you want to know? I suppose I can't stall forever.
Oh, god
Plunge your
damn.
nails into your chest, digging deep, grasping for a handhold. And you find it, your fingers curling around your ribs.
Oh no! What are you doing? Are you okay? You can't do that and be okay.
No, I can't be.
Time out. He should not be allowed to do that. He's not the decider.
Yes, I am.
And yet, it's done.
Oh, you're talking about the smitten.
Isn't it? It will be soon. You yank violently, your bones cracking with wet pops as you pull yourself apart inch by painful inch. Your exposed part, framed by jagged ribs, thumps rhythmically in your raw, bloodied chest. The loosened threads of your body unfurling to cover the surface of the room.
Why do I have threads?
Don't mind my sacrifice. It's a fair price to pay to give her everything she doesn't know she wants.
I don't think she enjoys that, man.
Oh, I see. You're trying to tell me something. It's beautiful.
Okay, never mind. She does enjoy it.
The princess, mesmerized, reaches towards your beating heart and then...
She rips it out.
Everything goes dark and we die? Yes.
Oh, damn it. Okay, that's the path. The new path.
You're on a path in the woods. Mate, we're clearly already in the cabin.
True. Also, why is all of this so basic? Like, it looks like a prototype. Like they just started sketching it.
Excuse me? You're clearly... Oh. Huh. So you are. How do you know about the cabin? I didn't get to the cabin part of my opening monologue yet. We've been here before. Well, not here, but I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. You knew about the loop-in last time. Now, he's clearly disorientated. I'm sure all this new info is going to come as quite a shock to him. Best if we're gentle.
Is disorientated a word? I thought it's disoriented.
And right on cue, here's the new guy. Welcome! Thank you. I'm just happy to be here. Okay, yes, I get it. You've been here before. That's terrible. You know that, right? Because the only reason you would have been here before is if you failed in whatever world you'd come from. Meaning you doomed an entire other reality. But I'm sure since you're so well-travelled, you know that, yes? Well, we know that now, thanks to you. We're all so lucky to be stuck with, working with someone so well-informed. You can count on us to do things right from here on out. I'm going to describe the room now. The interior of the cabin is vast and regal. High arched windows line the walls, their multicoloured glass casting kaleidoscopic patterns across the stone floor. An iron chandelier hangs from the vaulted ceiling, its many candles lit with flickering light, vaguely illuminating the massive room. This is a house fit for royalty. Before you, there isn't a blade, is there? That's not good.
Does it matter if the blade's here? We didn't use it last time, and the time before that, she used it to kill us.
Now that is some fine reasoning. Who cares about the blade? I think you're right. We're better off without it. It's not like it's ever been important. Of course the blade's important. It's your implement. You're going to need it if you want to do this right. The fact that you're here, right now, again, means that you have not yet done this right. But it's not there, is it? We don't even get the choice. So, what are we supposed to do? I don't actually know. I'm sure it'll turn up somewhere. It has to. It's part of the whole structure of this place, I think. At the very least, it's important.
Hey, where is the voice of the smitten? He was here last time, and it's not like him to be this quiet.
Yeah, he was a bit of a loud one, wasn't he? Is he okay?
He's cheating with the princess. I mean, he was the one that made me rip my heart out, and he's not even here now.
Him, if you ask me. One less opinion we have to contend with. Plus, he's the one who got us into this whole mess.
True.
Is that so? Maybe there is hope for you after all, free from the bad influence of your missing friend.
Let's go. What? Wait. Approach the mirror. Okay, the
room, stopping just in front of the door to the basement. The handle is right there. Do feel free to give it a push as soon as you'd like.
I was looking for the basement option, but there wasn't any. It was just a mirror.
There is no door. There's a mirror. No, there isn't. Now this is tricky. My eyes say there's a mirror, but my brain says there isn't one. Look, if you need help, just raise your hand, and I'll guide it where it needs to go.
Reach forward.
You reach forward, your hand instinctively wrapping around the handle. It's gone. I'm just glad we can all agree on a shared reality. And then you push the door open. Marvellous. We can proceed. It would seem that the stairs to the basement don't lead to a basement at all. Rather, they go up. They're draped in fine carpet too, one that feels pleasantly soft against your feet. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably... no, that doesn't work here at all. This place is nice. It's fancy, even. I have to say, whatever you did in your previous lives, I deeply dislike how much it's thrown me off my rhythm. Don't worry about it, boss. You're doing great. I'm not, but I appreciate the encouragement. Well, if all of this has thrown you off your rhythm so much, then maybe we don't have to slay the princess. No, you absolutely do. Just because she lives in a nice house doesn't mean she doesn't pose a direct threat to all of reality. It's in her very nature.
I don't think I'll get a choice anymore to slay her.
Her voice, gentle and warm, with an undercurrent of fatigue, rolls down the stairs.
You're home. Dinner's ready.
Ooh,
As much
wifey.
as I desperately want to know what happened last time, we are not going to examine it. The more we think, the worse this gets. Why are you so on edge? This is much nicer than what we're used to. I'd like to have dinner. Dinner sounds nice. Gotta say, I'm with him on this one, boss. When have nice things ever been a problem? That is the problem. This isn't supposed to be nice, and she's supposed to be a prisoner. I need to stop talking. I need to stop talking. Just go upstairs, okay?
Proceed.
This hall, like the one below, is grand and beautiful. Torches bathe the room in warm, comforting light, just enough to illuminate the tapestries along every wall, woven with scenes of chivalry and courtship and romance. The many cloth eyes are fixed on each other, gazes averted from the long table in the center of the room, the princess seated at its far end.
I don't get it. I don't get why everything looks so unfinished. Maybe they didn't have enough time. They didn't have enough money to finish it. I'm looking for, at it from like I guess a bit of a cynical point of view. Because it doesn't feel like it's on purpose. It doesn't feel like it's a part of what they were going for. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong.
Glints in the weak torchlight, hanging from a golden chain around the princess's neck. So that's where it is. And the tip is already pointed right at her heart. Okay, everything is falling back into place. All you have to do is cross the room, push down a little, and the entire world is saved. That's easy. Yeah, that is easy, isn't it? So, where's the rush?
You're here. Now we can start being happy together. Why don't you sit down? Wouldn't that be nice?
As the words leave her mouth, the torches flare and a chair swings in from behind, knocking your legs out from under you. You're forcibly seated at the head of the table.
Isn't that better? It is better, right?
What is this place?
It's our happy ending, just like you asked for. It's everything we're supposed to have ever wanted.
What are we supposed to do now?
Oh, right, dinner. I totally forgotten about it.
The flames burn
Wow.
bright, and a shadow dives across the table. In its wake, it leaves a feast.
What is that? It's not. It kind of scares me because this looks like claws. Looks like some sort of a monster.
Go ahead and dig in. I'm sure you're hungry.
It doesn't look like just a shadow cast by this chair.
Am I ever? And look at this spread. It's a feast fit for a king. Yeah, and after everything we've been through, we could use a break. More than that, we deserve a break.
Eat.
You begin to feast, and the princess follows suit, her soft smile never fading.
We deserve that.
The food is more exquisite than you ever could have imagined. You sample countless otherworldly dishes, sauces and bread and hearty stews whose tastes dance across your tongue. You tear at hunks of meat practically melting from the bone, juicy and tender and bursting with flavors you could scarcely begin to describe. Your cup fills itself again and again with a flowery nectar so sweet it tastes like glimmering jewels. This really is perfect, isn't it? It is the best meal you've ever had. But then it's over, and you're just as hungry as when you began.
Wasn't that perfect? We should do it again.
Yes, now I'm hungry.
The shadow
Okay.
reaches across the table, clearing and replating. The feast is once again laid before you. The food is good. Again, you tear into golden crispy flesh, dab at the slurry of aromatic sauces on your plate with thick-crusted bread, sip your goblet of sparkling gems. But you have done this already.
And I will do it again and again. This is
Good
happy
meal,
ending.
Still a good meal. And we didn't even have to clear the dishes. I'm happy. And then it's over. And you're just as hungry as when you began.
Let's do it again.
You're still hungry too, right? I know this wasn't as good as it was last time, but we just have to do it again. That's all. It'll be perfect if we just do it again.
So the shadow sweeps over the table, clearing the old and laying out the new. And so you do it again. The meat is fine, the bread is fine. You sample the side dishes and they're fine too.
You finish your goblet, the liquid within no longer glimmering on your palate, instead leaving your mouth coated in a tacky film. You put it down and it fills again. You do not drink more. Well, food is food, isn't it? Can't always be amazing. What matters is that we don't have to make it. Getting other people to do the hard work always improves the taste. Does it? Because it seems like the taste is getting worse, and we haven't had to so much as lift a finger. Regardless of quality, it's over again, and you're just as hungry as when you began. Again.
No, something was wrong that time. But maybe I was just tasting it wrong. It looks just as good as it did the first time. It shouldn't taste like this.
Again, the shadow replaces your feast. And again you eat.
How long is this gonna go for?
The meat is greasy. The bread is tough, its crust hurting your jaw as you chew. The grey vegetables are barely worth the effort of picking through. You don't even touch the goblet, its sickly sweet aroma utterly unappealing.
This is getting sad. I was expecting a happy ending, but is it like... I don't know. Is this just like an allegory for a relationship? You know, it's pretty nice at start, and then with years it becomes boring and dull. Maybe that's what they're going for, I don't know.
I'm so tired of eating. Well, it's still free food we didn't have to make, right? Oh, am I kidding? We were eating like kings, and now we're eating like pigs. At least you still have the memory of how good it was the first time, right?
I'm so tired of this.
As the words leave her mouth, one of the torches on the wall sputters and then goes out entirely.
What just happened? Did I do something wrong?
Not a fan of whatever just happened. I don't want to sit in the dark. Losers sit in the dark. I want to sit in a brightly lit, spacious room where we can see our beautiful, queenly wife. As if in response to the dousing of their brother, the other three torches blaze brighter, their flames licking at the walls. Their shadows deepen, dancing angrily across the stone.
What just happened? Did you make that torch go out?
I didn't mean to. I promise. Everything is fine. Everything is fine.
Oh, sorry. I have to respond my girlfriend. Done.
She's being defensive. And we all know being defensive is a sign of weakness.
I'm not stabbing her. Leave me alone. It's just a torch, don't worry about it. We still have plenty of light.
Yeah. We just have to keep the rest lit, and everything will be okay.
The princess's eyes dart to the floor.
What's wrong?
We should do something fun. Wouldn't that be nice? What if we played a game?
What kind of a game?
Yes, I love games. I'm great at them.
Yeah, that's exactly what we should do.
The flames roar and the shadow comes dancing across the table. It leaves behind an intricate game, its pieces elegant and beautiful and enticing, its simple rules already apparent, even with little explanation.
We can probably work together to figure this out as we go. That sounds like a lot of fun, right?
Great, we don't even have a rule book. That means we can make up as many rules as we want. And we will. Don't worry, I am excellent at cheating. She'll never suspect a thing. I don't think it really matters. This all kind of feels like we're just filling time, you know? What, you don't want to win? To show our prowess in all avenues and accumulate respect? Wow, you would be hopeless without me. Count your lucky stars I'm here. You and the princess do indeed figure it out as you go. And what a game it is. The tension between turns, the triumphant highs of moves well placed, and the tragic lows of miscalculations and careless plays. the warmth of trust, and the cool texture of deception. And then, the climax, as she places her final piece.
Oh, I think we got the rules wrong.
And so you start over. She only made us start over because we were winning. Time passes. You play the game. You win. Boom. And there you have it. What did I tell you? Am I great at games or am I great at games?
Oh, you won. I guess we can play again.
This is getting repetitive. Let's do something cool. I don't know. Do a battle
Time
roll.
passes. You play the game. She wins.
Oh, I won. I guess we can play again.
There is a long pause, and the board does not reset.
This isn't fun anymore, is it?
No.
You don't need me to tell you that it isn't. Oh. The princess visibly panics as another torch sputters.
Wait. Maybe this is just too easy. Maybe if we added more rules and pieces, it would be fun again.
Yeah. The game's just a little simple. We can make it fun again. The shadow descends on the board once again. More pieces are added, their shapes more intricate, their purposes less immediately clear, and the two of you set about discovering the complexities of the game anew. And so you do. And it is fun again. In fact, it's almost as fun as the first time you played, and the sputtering torch roars back to life.
Did someone just walk in? I heard a doorbell.
But then you get used to the additions, and the feeling starts to fade. A creeping numbness settling in over the board. More pieces are added. The feelings flare. The feelings fade. The princess suggests new rules. A glimmer of what could have been excitement flits through your mind, quickly vanishing as the game progresses. Your pieces advance in an ever-increasing slog to their destination. Winning and losing become nothing but ends, and even the end becomes nothing as you roll over into a new game, the board resetting as many times as you can finish, until finally...
I'm out of ideas. I'm actually out of ideas this time. I don't think I can play anymore.
As the words leave the princess's mouth, another torch goes out. Again, the remaining flames burn brighter, and the shadow dances faster.
I'm happy. I promise. We're both so happy here. You don't have to be upset.
I'm not upset.
This is awful. Isn't it great that we're all having such a lovely time together?
So
We just
oblivious.
have to stay positive and realize how happy we are. Then all of those lights will stay on and keep showing us all the cool stuff we have. Yeah, sure.
Oh boy. Are you actually happy here?
The princess starts to hyperventilate, her quick breaths punctuating the uncomfortable silence between you.
Yes. Why wouldn't I be? Let's not talk about it.
We need the truth. You need to tell me how you really feel.
I don't feel anything.
No. You don't love me?
The third torch sputters out. The princess's shadow dances furiously against the far wall.
Was she just was she just like, cause I had high expectations, and was she just trying to play with that? I mean, not play with that, but you know, not disappoint me, I guess. Literally ripped out my chest, ripped it open. Didn't rip out my heart though.
There's just one left. What's going to happen when it goes out?
Don't worry about what's going on, what's going to happen. If you could do anything in the world, what would it be? What would you choose?
I think I'd like to dance under the stars.
That sounds lovely.
But there aren't any stars here. I'd have to leave.
As she says that, the shadow rushes forward and tightens its grip on her wrist.
So it's not just a normal shadow.
I'm not happy here. I don't think I ever was.
The princess sobs, burying her face in her hands as the final torch blows out.
Oh boy. I'm sorry, I feel like all of this is my fault.
She raises her head, mascara trailing down her cheeks.
She wears mascara.
Your fault. We were all just trying to make things work here. It just didn't happen that way. I don't think this is the sort of thing anybody needs to apologize for. Even if we both feel empty. Even if an important part of us is gone.
The princess's eyes dart to the floor.
Well, we can't sit here forever. That part of us is over.
The princess pushes herself from her chair, and you instinctively do the same, waiting by the top of the stairs as she quietly crosses the room.
Do you still care about me?
Of course I do. I don't think I'll ever stop.
Oh, I wasn't expecting you to say that. I still care about you, too, so maybe this wasn't all bad. But I don't think this place is for us anymore. I think we need to go.
I'll offer you my hand.
As the princess steps towards the stairs, you offer her your hand. The corners of her mouth curl into a demure smile, and she gently takes your hand in hers. She's cold, a little clammy, but her skin against yours is the most real thing you have ever felt. You're offering surprisingly little resistance. If we leave the cabin, doesn't that end the world? He's right, you know. You're giving us some real mixed signals, boss. Yes, well, I've seen my fairy tale ending, and I think there might be worse things than the end of the world.
Oh, that's depressing.
Well, this is less work for us anyways. Think what you will. I'm done fighting.
Even the narrator is just done. He's never been so done like this time.
You and the princess don't exchange words as you descend the stairs to the cabin's entrance. And then the two of you step out into the world. I think this is the end of me, even if it's not the end of you. I hope this was worth it. Genuinely, I do. He's really gone, isn't he? No boss anymore, no one left to tell us what to do. I guess we'll have to be our own boss then. About time.
The stars are so beautiful.
We're gonna dance. A quiet moment passes over you, a comfortable quiet.
I meant it when I said I
Aww.
wanted to dance.
She gently pulls you forward, and the two of you fall into a graceful step. The only rhythm that guides you is a shared thumping of your hearts beating in perfect unison. Her face, worn and tired, brightens the faster you move, a soft, sad smile widening and widening until it reflects only a genuine affection. You send her out in a wide spin, and your arms stretch to their limits, only the tenuous grasp of your hand in hers holding you together. You share a gaze that feels like it lasts forever.
Thank you for taking me here. This is nice, even if it's a little cold outside.
That was nice. I really like this path. It was really beautiful.
She's gone.
It's going to be okay, just trust me. We've been here before and you always get
It
scared.
feels so bad, like looking into it right now.
I'll see you on the other side. It's going to be okay.
Okay. If you say so.
Approach the mirror. Approach.
Flickering lights in empty cityscapes.
Do you have any thoughts on this vessel?
This one is a songbird in a cage of gilded shadows. She will make for an honest heart. Do not mourn her. She has finally learned to sing for herself. The vessels are...
Okay, I've heard this before. Sure, I'm ready to go back.
I will long for your return.
Alright, and we're back at the start. I think we can end the episode right here. We've got 3 more princesses to get to reach the ending. Maybe we can do it in the next episode. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see how much time I'll have for it. But for now, it's gonna be all. Bye, guys, and see you later.